If you're positive, you better bless this space. If you are negative, you better get up on my face. If you are positive, you better bless this space. If you are negative, you better get up on my face. If you are positive, you better bless our space. If you are negative, you better get up on our faces.
And damn, it feels like we haven't recorded a fucking Witchy Wednesday in so long.
Oh my god, I think it has been a couple weeks. I'm not gonna lie. Ew.
If you are new here, hello, I am Azari.
I'm Space, the witch.
And this is Witches and Weebs, where the otaku lifestyle, spirituality, fan, and witchcraft all come together to we dive into all things mystical, magical, whimsical, pop culture, witchy, weepy, anything under the sun considered fun. So if you are here, thank you for joining us on our betterment. And as much fun as we do, I really hope my microphone was picking me up this whole time.
So this is an episode where we're going to talk about incorporating your love of fandom or your love of a specific character into your craft. This is definitely more chaos magic. Let's be real, this is definitely chaos magic. If you are into this kind of stuff, you are definitely departing from the traditional in a sense of you use it as your starting point, and then you're like, well, I want to use my character. I want to use my Barbie in this.
Like, okay, deity, you're cool, okay, but I want to use this character right here.
So as you can see by the title, we're going to go with my hyperfixation of all time, GOJO SATORU. So I'm going to talk about that. It's like you have the hyperfixation of all time, and you're like, what can I do with this? What power does it have?
Right.
This is for you. This is chaos magic, and this is just taking traditional witchcraft and moving it into the modern day with your modern day fun, your modern day whimsy, your modern day mysticism. How can I say?
We are here to promote not all, but various different kinds of non-traditional witchcraft.
For sure, we are definitely not yours. This is Witches and Weebs is definitely a non-traditional influenced by the traditional because we do our research and we want to know where we came from. But we also want to do stuff that makes us happy and we have a little fun with. So we're definitely a non-traditional kind of witchcraft over here. We promote, again, stuff within reason. As long as it's not closed, we'll probably look into it. Now, with the idea of us using one GOJO SATORU in this episode, is there any characters that you now suddenly feel like, oh, I would like to do stuff with this kind of character? Or this one? Who is your comfort character? GOJO is obviously mine. Yes, what's yours?
I don't have a comfort character.
I have a comfort character. I have several comfort characters, actually. GOJO is mine.
My comfort character is one of my OCs, but it's obviously tailored to me, so I don't want to...
Here's the thing. I would totally say the same thing if I didn't have to blast my OC's character's name here. Like, that is absolutely my comfort character, is my OC.
My OCs are my comfort characters. Like, I consume media, but I have never been, like, to a character like, oh, there's one character I like, and his name is Rudo from a new anime that's currently running manga called Gachi Akuta. I love all the characters on that show in that manga, but there's never been a character where I'm like, I can do you and only you, and
oh yeah,
I don't have one.
I have those. I have hyperfixations. The original one was Vash the Stampede, and he clearly set the blueprint. If you know Vash the Stampede and GOJO SATORU, they're literally the same person in different fonts.
Well, actually, I think I do have a comfort character. I'm a liar. It's Brooke from One Piece. I love Brooke.
Honestly, that's a really good comfort character because that is just a dad.
I love Brooke.
That is just an old dad that makes everybody comfortable. Even if he's fucking says his joke, guess what? He takes no for an answer, no problem. He doesn't bring it up again.
That's it. I love Brooke.
I think it's literally just a running joke for him at this point. It's not actually something that he wants. It's just a key that, oh, she said no. And that's it.
I'm gonna try to lift the mood. I love Brooke. I have a Brooke shirt. If I could have a bunch of Brooke figurines and plushies, I would.
Oh yeah, that is most definitely your comfort character then.
I love Brooke.
From there is, of course, we're going to talk about using fandom in witchcraft, which is basically just taking your little fandom items. I didn't want to take it off my fucking chains, but I have a bunch of GOJO stuff. that could be enchanted and could be, I could draw sigils on this. I could tape sigils on it. Exactly. See, I set up my pillow. I got stuff set up to fit the vibes here.
I wouldn't call her my comfort character though. She's just a character that I'm obsessed. Every iteration of Raiden Shogun, from Acheron to fucking Raiden Mei. Yeah, this is my baby. Girl.
Oh yeah, you are a liar. Look at you being a dirty liar. I think we should do her next.
I love her. I love her so much. I have a keychain.
Yeah, you're a liar. You're a dirty liar.
I love Raiden Shogun.
You just had to remember what you were wearing. You're like, wait a second here.
My pride.
That is your comfort character then. Yeah, for sure that's your comfort character. But I would also say Brooke is another comfort character for you. I have several, so.
Yeah, it's fine to have several comfort characters.
For sure.
You don't have to be devoted to one because it's boring.
Oh, absolutely not. I have GOJO, I have Zoro, I have, of course, Vash the Stampede, and Meryl, and half of the whole.
Meryl,
okay, honestly.
Millie.
The whole original, Millie, Meryl, the whole original cast, Wolfwood, the whole original cast of the original 1999 Vash the Stampede.
Oh my god,
all my comfort characters. I love them. Okay, so bringing that along the lines, let's talk about how the fact that the current conversation is Superman. The epitome of hope, being a good person, being kind, hope, kindness. You can invoke him in all your stuff. And Fantastic Four, which is Susan Storm, which is great for shielding, protection, being unseen when you don't want to be acknowledged in public.
Yep.
You can invoke her invisibility, veil yourself. Ben Grimm, he's a big giant rock. You can take that literally if you want to, or if you can not take that literally and take it figuratively as it's supposed to be taken. He was the rock of the family. He was the grounding of the family. He always kept them together when he was not a big giant rock. Nami, if you want to do stuff with navigating your life and figuring out where you want to go and all kind of stuff like that. If you want to ask for any characters in the comments, now would be a great time because we would love to just keep doing more episodes like this. I had fun nerding out, let's just say. We're still going to do the research and we'll love to do regular schmegular witches episodes, but this is fandom in witchcraft. This is Witches and Weebs. So to start, we'll talk about what Gojo's powers actually are. We have Limitless, which is his Jujutsu Kaisen cursed technique, and we have Six Eyes, which is the one that is attached to the Gojo bloodline. He just happened to be born with it currently. Typically, you can get Limitless without the Six Eyes, but if you have Six Eyes and Limitless, it makes you basically God mode. Because what Six Eyes does, and we'll talk more about this later and how it can benefit your energy working, is it grants him an extraordinary perception of cursed energy specifically. He can see the detailed flows, masses, and technique written out like that for him. He's able to read your technique on your soul. You don't have to tell him. It is incredibly invasive, which is why he actually wears the blindfold to make him not see as much. It also allows for the near perfect cursed energy efficiency. I did a lot of research into this guy. I just want you to say. He doesn't expel any extra energy and he can constantly keep making more. My man's energy workings are efficient. Everything he does is efficient. Avoiding fatigue and depletion. It also allows him to process what you are going to do in battle before you do it, because he can see your energy moving before it goes out. So this allows him to process and plan battles in incredible speeds. This is why he's actually an insane person to fight. We'll get into Limitless now, which is Limitless is infinity. You know how it stops if you've seen the anime. With the fight with JoJo, how he kind of stops his hand. It's the closer you get to Gojo, the slower it goes until basically it just stops forever. Great shielding technique. And then he can turn it off, letting JoJo hold his hand. But he also has the ability, it's called blue, red, and purple, which is blue and red together, obviously. Blue is a negative attraction, pulling objects in, which you can pull energy in. Red is a positive repulsive, which is pushing out, which would get rid of everything. It's cleansing kind of vibes if you want to do that. And then purple. Purple is the one that is a destructive beam when red and blue are merged together that obliterates anything in its path. It deletes matter.
Good lord.
Yeah. And there's, of course, reverse curse technique and healing. He can reverse his technique and heal himself, replenishing his own energy. It is also foundational for doing the red and the purple attacks. If he cannot reverse energy, he cannot do either. So being able to pull energy in and replenish yourself is much more important than doing anything else.
Just saying, you can't do magic with no energy. You'll just be tired forever.
Then there's also the domain expansion, which is his infinite void. He sends in, and it basically it unleashes an area of I don't think they're very big. This is basically like if you were making a real life circle. We'll talk about that later again too. And that floods the target's mind with everything. It's infinite information, basically overwhelming their senses to the point of paralysis because they cannot do anything. Because every time they go to do something, something else happens and they have to do it. It just doesn't work.
When I overthink?
Yeah, you get paralysis. And then if you are not mentally able to handle that, like most human beings are not, you die.
An extreme, but it's an extreme. No one should ever be extreme. No one mind should ever be that overloaded.
But so that is the basics of GOJO SATORU's powers. Now, if it's not obvious, all of this works in energy working. All of it. Limitless and infinity can be used to shield yourself when you're out in public from any influences and any energy that you don't want attaching to yourself. You just say, no. Because GOJO also can allow things through the infinity just by saying, like, I believe in the manga he talks about it more, but he has the ability to make a mental big old list in his mind of what is allowed through infinity and what is not.
Oh, it's like fucking firewalls.
He has like a big firewall in his brain, and he got it down to the point where he could do poisons out of his blood. He would not be able to get poison past his lips. It would stay in the glass.
Throws a filter. This is a character that has if they were a deity, they would be the deity of so many fucking domains. It's insane. Like, yes, I think it's good that we started with GOJO, because GOJO has so many like over encompassing things that are included in practices.
Absolutely. So he had that refined down to a science. He had a basic, like, I love the comparison to a big firewall because it's basically a big firewall. He was able to open programs in his mind so long as they were safe. Anything safe was allowed to be near him. Anything deemed unsafe by the firewall, not allowed to be near him.
Virus.
For real. So this is, again, great for live action role playing. You have Limitless. You have Six Eyes. You want to see everything. If you want to have your third eye open, go ahead and just pretend you have six eyes. You will see energy. It's basically like seeing auras.
Yeah, you want to attract blue. You want to repel red. You want to destroy purple.
Anything. If you feel like something is blocking your path, destroy it. Purple. Complete and total obliteration. I almost misspoke.
Destruction is not a bad thing. Okay, destruction is not always a bad thing.
No, sometimes it needs to happen. Destruction of old past, the past, destruction of people in your way, because sometimes people be in your way.
That I just mush them to the side.
Especially bad people. If you know they're bad people, I mean, obviously it's not gonna be, you're not gonna obliterate them out of fucking orbit, but you're gonna fucking change the trajectory of their life, maybe.
Right.
Or yours. Great for divination, again, like I talked about the six eyes, being able to predict movements based on energy, fucking justice working. You want to obliterate anything in your path, or any
that
evil
has
people,
wronged you. If that has wronged you within reason, because don't just be like, oh, it hurt my feelings because they said something that I didn't like. If that motherfucker ruined your life or gave you trauma, fuck them.
They've already cursed you. Take your power back.
Yep.
Banishing spells, again with infinity, there you go. And any kind of color magic also works because GOJO's color scheme, white and blue, is very pointed. Purity, nothing can get to him. And even though he was a fucking not calm at all, he was able to bring a calmness to the kids, among other things.
Gojo's cool. Let's be honest. Gojo's cool. Gojo is a cool character. Some people might not like him, but I genuinely think that he's a cool character. Great concept. Great teacher. Great teacher. He's a
great teacher in the dynamic that he was in. Like, there was definitely probably better teachers for sure.
But I don't feel like his team would have gotten around any better with any other teacher. I think that his team was specifically for him.
Yeah, that was like his team. They were never gonna work with anybody else. It was only GOJO that was gonna make them work. And even then it was just like, I'll throw these motherfuckers to the wolves because they're not gonna listen to shit.
Right.
And he was right.
Within the theme of JJK, also cast a circle and use it as your domain expansion. Be very specific and very precise with what this circle might be for. And if you are someone who does enjoy JJK and likes to do JJK related things and will certainly consider doing JJK practices within your magic, using a circle as a domain expansion is a very great top tier idea. This is your sacred space. This is your bubble. People can't get in your bubble. And if someone knows how to get into your bubble, just make it better, make it stronger, make it so that only who make it your firewall. You can only allow people in your sacred space when you want them in your sacred space, and they can't get into it.
Right. So, reminder that white represents purity and cleansing. What does GOJO's infinity do but cleanse the area around him so nothing can get to him, and make sure that he is completely and totally pure of any imperfections ever. I don't know. That man's perfect. What can I say?
Don't let himself drink poison. That man got it. He's fine.
Blue is representing clarity and calmness, which I think the biggest thing is clarity here because it makes him see everything in finite detail, in incredible detail. He sees the world around him incredibly. It also represents integrity. GOJO's morals, at the end of the day, he killed his best friend.
Spoilers! Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't. But if you haven't seen JJK, why are you here?
Yeah, it's like, that's what like they would have had to not see the movie and the second season and the first season actually. But he kills his best friend. Like, he is more than willing to do the right thing, even if it hurts him. And water, of course, emotion. He is deeply run by his emotions. No matter what he says, that is a deeply emotional man, despite the fact that he can turn them off.
Ugh.
And black, protection. He dresses in all black because he is the biggest protection that you are going to get. And banishing, among other things. Call upon him to protect, exercise, and banish negativity as well as evil eyes because, again, he is the best protection you are going to get. He actually changed the flow of how curses showed up. Once he was born, the entire realm of curse technique, everything changed. He was the biggest deterrent of all. And it was from birth. They were like, oh, this motherfucker's around now? Great, we're screwed.
They were like 6 eyes and limitless. He couldn't just have one. But nah, they gave him both. And now everyone made it their problem. They're like, man, we can't do shit with this motherfucker around.
Nope. He's like,
and that's how it should be. He is a protector. If you want protection and people look at you like, damn, we can't do shit when she's around, call GOJO. Do GOJO. If you have figurines of GOJO, or not even specifically GOJO, but any character, figurines, pillows, plushies, any merchandise, you can make them an altar where they can magically charge the components that you're using with those specific intentions. If you want to make him an altar with some blue and black and white candles, you can that. Some herbs that are associated with protection or divination, banishing, you could put those on your altar with him. Crystals, you could do selenite, black obsidian, because black obsidian, on top of being able to see things on the outside, you can look within yourself, and that can also shadow working, identifying energy within yourself and either attracting more with blue or banishing it with red.
Speaking of, remember the fact that GOJO could not do the reverse curse technique until he almost died and basically said, I stopped fighting back as soon as you stabbed me and poured everything inside myself, aka looking within himself and trying to figure out how to reverse curse technique. Shadow working right then and there. I'm sure Gege did not write this with this intention, but cooking. I'm not
One thing about witches is that they gonna pull some and they gonna have some good intention behind it.
So remember that he actually had to look inside himself and pour all of his energy into himself to heal himself.
I don't know. It sounds witchy to me, but whatever.
Like I said, that was definitely not Gege's intention.
But that's what we're here for. We're here to give our meanings to things that we're using for ourselves. If you have any other way that you might use GOJO because this kind of spurred an idea with your mind, then go for it. Whatever intention you have with the characters,
and please leave a comment. Leave your idea in the comments. Please, we'd love to hear them. We'd love to hear how you guys would incorporate this guy. Fandom in witchcraft is cool. Nothing is cringe. We are free. Fuck bitches.
And get money. Cringe isn't real. Cringe is just
fuck bitches and get money.
It's a fucking defense mechanism where people look at someone who's just unapologetically being themselves and they're like, fuck you, I can't do that. That's so cringe of you. No. It's liberating of me. You're mad about it.
How dare you do that in front of my salad? Ooh, that's cringy. That's the only cringy thing that could ever be.
Being a hater is cringe.
Being a hater is cringe unless you're like hating.
Yeah, if it's a plausible hate, then sure. But if you're hating someone just because they're being themselves and you're jealous about it, that's cringe.
That's cringe as fuck.
But yeah, yay.
If there's any other characters that you would like us to talk about, now that we've talked about GOJO, and we will talk about perhaps making up spell work that kind of goes alongside with these characters. This was very energy working kind of vibes because that is what he does. It's basically just big energy working, coded for energy working. Goodness me. But please leave them in the comments below. We would love to hear them. We would love to think about them because we're going to do more of these for sure. This was very fun and I had a lot of fun being a little nerd about something I enjoyed.
Fun. I love including fandom in my stuff. I love creating, and I love when people create good things so I can expand upon those things that they create. The world just needs to create and hold hands with each other and make one big collaboration. Dude, if the world came together for one big collaboration, that would be the most successful thing in the entire fucking history of history.
Honestly, the world would be better if a lot more people just created. I think a lot of them are really just poo-poo caca because they don't create.
Create together. Jack Kirby and Stan Lee weren't besties, but they created magic.
Truthfully. And here's the thing. People that don't create and are creative are the most insufferable motherfuckers on the face of the planet. So if you are not creating and you are creative, I'm talking about you. And myself, obviously, truthfully.
Like, if we call people out on this show, it's because we're also calling ourselves out.
Oh, trust. I've already called myself out this past weekend. Like, not even this past weekend. It's been the past, like, week and a half. Shadow working in this place is fucking unreal.
It is.
I don't like it.
He's made it my problem now. And now I'm like, damn.
I've been unpacking. I have been on just... Unfortunately, I've realized I am part of my own problem. Oh, that's crazy.
That's what we got shadow work with GOJO for.
That's crazy. But what do you mean I'm part of the problem? Oh, no, that's not right.
You're the biggest problem. Who are you talking to?
You didn't even hold my hand, bitch, first? Damn.
Oh, my God.
Because I was also like so confident about the other things that I can't do. And I was like, you're right. Maybe I should just be... Okay, I'm just confident in hard things then. My bad, sorry. Don't. Ooh.
My fault. You have to raw dog it. Like, I don't like it.
Like, honestly, they'd be just raw dogging you. And the blonde lady on TikTok, if you see her that comes around with the workout, it goes, somebody has to be the example of what not to be.
Anyway, if you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing on that notification bell so you know when we are uploading new videos. If anyone is interested, we are going to put out shorts of the types of spells that you can do. We listed the kind of spells, but we'll give more examples and more materials and components that you can do within it, the short. So stay tuned. Look out for that. We hope that you enjoy it. We don't know how we're going to format it yet, but we know that this is going to be this is the thing. This is our thing. We're going to be like, you can use this in witchcraft. Yes, you can. And you heard it here first from Witches and Weebs.
You heard it from these losers here.
We're pioneers. Woo! All right. So we will see y'all next Wednesday for the next Witchy Wednesday. And please remember to practice safely, practice wisely, and may all of your positive affirmations come to fruition because they will.
Oh, stay magical, stay mystical, and stay whimsical. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.